welcome back. Will Worsham joined us now for this week's Speaking Legal discussion. Always good to see you.
Hey, good to be here.
Thanks for coming in once again.
Happy to be here.
All right, you're ready for this one because this is like the question that everybody you can't do that. Everybody's got their opinion on it. Okay, here it is. Really simple. Is it really illegal to drive in the left lane? First, I have to ask clarification.
Right.
Do you mean the inside lane, or do you think they mean that strip in the middle that you pull into to turn left?
Well, okay, you raised a couple of interesting questions here, and there actually are several different ways to think about this and talk about this.
Okay.
The most common way that people usually think about this is when we're on the interstate, or like Highway 60,
Right.
65, where you've got two lanes traveling in one direction together, two lanes traveling in the other direction, and somebody's just hanging out in the left lane.
Yes.
Is that illegal?
I don't think it is.
It is.
It is.
It is. You must.
It is a passing lane.
It is a passing lane. You must keep right. In fact, it is almost uniform in all 50 states. You must keep right unless you're actively passing a vehicle.
Okay.
And in certain states, it's even more stringent than Missouri. But Missouri's law is you have to keep right except while passing. So if you just decide to sit in the left lane and just drive over there and let people pass you on the right, you can be pulled over. You can be ticketed. It's a points offense, a moving violation. You get points. You can lose your driver's license for it.
Really?
Yes, you really can. So you must keep right except while passing. That's a law in Missouri. But the other question is, which I assume this didn't mean this, is, we have two-lane roads.
Yes.
And one's going one way, one's going the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to keep right.
In that case,
those situations, yes.
I would say so.
Now, you brought up another scenario, though.
Yes, because everybody talks about our center lane. You know, the one that, for all intents and purposes, all I ever see are arrows that are turning left out of the lane.
And and you make a good point, because what that lane is called is a turn lane. And so we're talking about like inside the city limits of Springfield or any other city. You've got lanes going one way, lanes going another, and then sometimes a center lane. The purpose of that lane is if you are traveling down the road and it's time for you to turn off, you slowly exit into that lane, stop, wait for oncoming traffic to clear, and then you may turn off the road. It's a turn lane.
Right.
Occasionally, go ahead.
What I see a lot of people do, and I'm sure, most, if not all of us here are guilty, it's a turn into lane for some people.
And so people call it a merge lane. I've heard that word. So you're wanting to get onto your, onto
It'd be a
Glenstone.
left-hand turn out of your side street.
And so you get into that lane and stop maybe, and then wait for traffic to clear and merge into the lane that you want to go. Or people will turn into that lane and drive along it.
Yes.
Yes. Both are incorrect. That is not a merge lane. You're not allowed to use that to turn into traffic. You have to wait till traffic is clear both directions, pull all the way across, and make your left-hand turn. You don't
into the lanes you're going to drive.
It's a turn out, not a turn onto, not a turn in lane.
Yeah. What about responsibility then? Because some people, as you said, they'll drive in that lane as though it's a merge lane.
That's correct.
And I see many, I'm sure you've seen them on Glenstone, other places. That's where you get these head-on collisions all the time.
If both people are driving, both people are going to be equally at fault, right? But if one person is properly using the lane, another person is improperly using the lane, the person improperly using the lane, which, by the way, is what that's called when they write you the ticket, improper lane use, they're going to get the ticket. They're going to be at fault, not just criminally, but civilly as well.
Okay, so on the highway, two-lane, divided kind of highway, that inside is for passing.
Passing only.
That is not for traveling in.
Unless you're making a left-hand turn off the highway, that's different.
Then that's okay. And that middle lane is a turning lane, out of, not into.
That is correct.
And it's not a merging lane.
It is not a merge lane.
There you got it. All right. Will, thanks. I feel better.
Me too.
If you have a legal question for Will, you can email him at wworsham@color10.com, and he'll answer your question on the show. That's possibly the most asked question you'll ever have.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Thumbs up.
Okay, thanks, Will. Good seeing you.
You too.
All right, up next, it's IHOP National Pancake Day. I like that. It's all for a good cause. I like that too. Don't go away.